Hey there, I'm Timree, and today I'm going to show you how to do this 4th of July beach girl. Okay, so let's get started on our 4th of July beach girl. Let's go ahead, and I have got my 4 brushes. The first brush we have is our largest brush, that's your fatty. The next one we have is a little bit smaller, our medium brush. Skip a brush, you'll find your littlest brush, your baby, and then we have a brush that's in between our baby and our medium, and we call that the tween. So I'm gonna still go ahead and start with the background. So I always start with my fatty brush. So here we go. I'm gonna tap a little water, zhuzh a little white. I'm gonna grab a big chunk of white. I mean, look at how much paint I use. I don't mess around. I'm gonna grab a little chunk of light blue. Done. Let's go ahead and get that background in. So she obviously has her big sun hat. We're very on trend with our big sun hat that we can personalize with whatever you want. So obviously you don't have to write 4th of July. You can write like firecracker or something like that. Or you can write your name. You can write your name. So I'm obviously going to be doing this in the 4th of July colors, but just know that you don't have to do red. You could do like a hot pink, a yellow, coral, lavender, whatever kind of suits your style. Okay, great. We're going to go right into the water. So this is where, if you want to go tropical, you could do turquoise, but in my case, I'm going to keep it local with the Newport Beach navy blue ocean. So I'm going to zhuzh the bright blue. Now if you go straight bright blue, it kind of has like, I like to call it like a cheap blue. It's like a little too cobalt, So I'm going to take just a tiny little bit of black and just kind of mix it in there to get more of a navy blue, and just make sure that you have a good good paint on your brush. So I'm going to go ahead and take it like this. This is kind of like where my hat goes. So you can kind of trace it a little bit and then bring it over like that. I'm just going to trace, kind of go around the hat, just like so. Perfect. And again, just make sure that these kind of really line themselves up. You don't want it to be where your horizon line is off. I mean, that's like an easy thing that can kind of throw off your painting. So I'm going to have it where it kind of goes to like an angle like that, just like so. I might just kind of poke, that's where her arm is going to be. And then it's like, oh, there's like some white caps out there, so I'm just going to take, just kind of poke just a little bit of white. Poke, poke. I'm just going to kind of take it like that. Oh, little white caps. Do, do, do. Just little white caps like that. Great. Do, 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 do. We're going to add some whitewash a little bit later, but let's just get this part in. Just like so. Okay. I think that looks good. And then I'm gonna wash it good. Okay, wash it good. And let's go ahead and do the sand. So I'm gonna go ahead and zhuzh the chocolate, and I'm gonna corner, and maybe I got a little ugly mustard, a little bit of white. I mean, look how much paint I have. Again, so much paint. I'm just gonna wipe it off, just like so. Just kind of put there, and again, you're gonna have white moments and chocolate moments, and that's what you want. So let's go ahead and put that right up to the arm. Go right under her little bottom there. And then we're going to go ahead and here's our tote bag here. Just like so. Great. Here's her little body. Just like so. We're going to go back with some shadows as well. We're going to go back with some shadows like that. And then we're going to go ahead like so. Let's go ahead and cut this. No, don't pause it. He can cut it. Well, he doesn't have to pause it. Okay. Before I get started, what was I going to tell you, Katie? Oh, so have you put the August classes up or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just realized when I said that.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
There.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get this whole background in like this. Perfect. So we're gonna actually go back after it's too wet right now to do the shadows, so we'll do that a little bit later. But right now we're gonna add it to the whitewash. So I'm gonna take my medium brush. I'll grab a little bit of that blue, but I'm gonna grab a big chunk of white. Let's go ahead and just kind of scuffy it on there. If you get a little brown in it, that's okay, because it's kind of like, it's like, oh, the sand is getting into the whitewash here. Back and forth, back and forth. And honestly, like, I think this is cute, but I kind of feel like I need a little turquoise. So I'm gonna grab a little turquoise just to kind of like pop a little color here. A little turquoise, just like that. Okay, good. I mean, don't be afraid to just kind of go back in there, kind of mess it up a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and washy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do the skin color. Obviously, you can do your skin color. There's all different kinds of skin colors that you're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do myself. I'm gonna be laying on the beach here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab a little bit of that light pink, a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of ugly mustard. I'm gonna pretend that I just went spray tanning because, not gonna lie, I do actually sunburn a little bit, but I'm gonna spray tan myself here. Let's see here. And of course my motto is always like, if I can't buy it, I'll paint it. In this case, I'm gonna make myself look real good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in my back here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put in my arms as well and my little hands. And again, like, you might pull in some of that blue, and honestly, just like embrace it. Obviously, if it's pretty bad, then don't make your arm blue. But if you just get like a little bit here and there, it doesn't look horrible. So I know that this looks a little awkward now, but just trust the process here, okay? Just trust the process that's gonna go down. And then I'm gonna take my baby brush, tap a little water, and I'm gonna zhuzh the black, or I'm sorry, the chocolate brown. And I always like zhuzh it, and then I twist it to a point. I kind of twist it to a point like so, and bring it over like that. Just so you can kind of have like a little definition in the arms, a little bit of definition in the arms like that. Okay, so I'm gonna take that like that. Really, it's about the bathing suit, it's not really about the arms. And we're gonna go back with some shadows too, so don't worry about that. So, what color bathing suit are you gonna wear? Are you doing yellow, turquoise, whatever? But obviously for 4th of July, I'm wearing red. In fact, I have this bright corally red bathing suit I got at Target that says firecracker on it. And when I put that on, I realized that I'm not in my 20s anymore wearing a firecracker bathing suit, but anyway, let's just say I've only worn that once. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down here, like so. And I'm kind of grabbing a little bit of the light red and the dark red. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm gonna add a little cheeky here. I'm gonna give myself a little French cut because, again, why not? So I gotta put my little cheekies there a little bit later. But, I mean, I'm not gonna have I gotta be a little bit spicy in my bathing suit. I mean, I might as well have a nice little cute cut, you know, why not? So let's see here, I'm just gonna go like this. And this is the chance where, you know, you can shape your figure however you want. You can shape it however you want. Okay, washy, let's go back with my little cheeks on here. Let's put my little fanny in there. Here we go. There we go. Put my little cheeks in there. So obviously it's hard for you to see on camera. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go right into the shadows just so that way we're all on the same page here. So I'm gonna take and I'm gonna go underneath the bottom here. Tap a little water underneath my little cheeks. They're looking good. I mean, I will say I did go to cycling today. I'm trying to work out more, but like, being a working mom and trying to fit that in your schedule is like no joke. And then it becomes summer and you're like, I wish I would have just started earlier. Okay. Do. I mean, it's not about that, it's about health. But anyway, okay, so there you can kind of see it a little bit better. And see, this is what I'm talking about right here, look at it. It's like, oh, that just happened. I'm gonna just bring in my curve a little bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, my curves are just right there. Okay, enough about me. Now let's do the hat. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my medium brush. I'm gonna grab a chunk of ugly mustard, a chunk of white. Let's get it done. So you'll notice you'll have white moments and ugly moments, and that's what you want. That is what you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it. We're gonna do our circle, like so. We'll add the little kind of straw marks later. And people are like, can you change your hat color? And it's like, no, just keep it classic, keep it a classic straw hat, because otherwise you're getting a little too creative, which, I mean, I know, is there such thing, but sometimes less is more, okay? Sometimes less is more. So I made a little boo-boo right here, and I need to put more paint right there, but I'm gonna let it go. So like, don't keep making your hat ginormous because you need to fill in the spots. So just kind of like, if you need to go back and add some color later, then you can do that. Okay, so here's it's like a donut, right? So I'm gonna grab my tween, shows you some chocolate. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put that donut right back. Because we need this to dry. Because of course I'm gonna have a little red, white, and blue bandana on my hat. So I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna like this, cut. In this case, I probably shouldn't have so much paint because we want it to dry, but it's okay. So I'm gonna do cut. I was like, oh, here's my hat. Oh, so cute, I'm so trendy. Just love it. Just love my hat. Cute, I'm wiping it off on so it's like if you have too much paint, just wipe it off. Okay, more chocolate. It's like, oh, here's like a shadow, just kind of adding a shadow here, down below. That way it kind of pops a little bit better. I got my hat on, looking at the beach, I'm so relaxed. And I'm just gonna wipe it off. I'm gonna grab a little bit more white. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna do a little highlight here. Oh, a little highlight, oh, highlight. Cute. Okay, so before this, let's just get over this part here. So let's just kind of fill this in. I'm gonna put a little of my skin color in the back here. Okay, great. So that looks good. Let's go ahead and do our tote bag. And of course, I've got an American flag tote bag for 4th of July. So let's grab my, I'm just gonna use my medium brush. I probably should use my tween, but a lot of times I just don't have the patience and I just like wanna get it done. So your brush goes two ways. Again, it can go fatty or skinny. So I'm just gonna take that skinny position and just go like that. So that's gonna be the inside of our tote bag. And then I'm gonna take it, and now I'm actually gonna grab my tween. I'm gonna zhuzh the red, like so. And then, I'm gonna pretend, I'm not gonna have to try to make it like so perfectly striped. It's like, this is a straw American flag beach tote. So I'm gonna take it, I'm just gonna push it like this. I'm gonna go like this. Push. Take a little bit more red, push. And don't worry about having the perfect amount of stripes. It's really important to you. Then go for it. But in this case, it's just like, it's just like the idea of it. I'm just pushing, just like so. Grab a big chunk, chunk just like that. Cute. Okay, washy. Washy good. I'm gonna take my tween brush again, grab some white. And again, this is where you need to be a little bit careful of the paint because you don't want it to get too much into the red because it really does turn pink. And as much as I'm all about, just like love it and leave it, it's fine. I don't know if you really want a pink American flag, it's like, you really don't. You just want it to look cute. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I'm literally just taking chunks of white. And I'm just going like this. So it's like I got a little pinky, but I'm just gonna leave it. But I know that I do have to wipe off my brush. A little bit more, like that. And then I'm not even gonna wash my brush. I'll kind of maybe flat a little black and just kind of like cut it a little bit. Oh, look, it's like, oh, messy. Oh, mess it up a little bit. Yeah, just mess it up just a little bit. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna take my tween, shows you the blue. I'm almost out of blue, but that's okay. Let's just go ahead and get this part in. This one you don't have to push, just like, it's fine. It's fine. Cute. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of white. Obviously, I'm gonna put some little polka dots for stars in there. And again, no rhyme or reason, just kind of like get that in there. I'm gonna zhuzh the red. And we're gonna do 2 handles. So there's 1 and 2 for my little peach tote. Cute. And so I always feel like it kind of needs like a little shadow, so I might just take a little black, a little chocolate brown underneath here, a little shadow. So, okay, so let's see. I'm really thirsty when I go to the beach, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a little drink, and let's just go like a classic soda pop, I'm not gonna lie, I love a classic Coke. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little brown here, okay? But then I'm gonna take my tween with a little, make some mint green, little white, turquoise. And then it's like I'm gonna put a little around it for like a classic soda pop bottle, like so. And then you're like, oh, what's your favorite soda pop? Mine's Coke, okay. And I'm definitely a classic Coke girl versus a Pepsi girl. And I'm also real Coke. I'm not a Diet Coke person. I will Coke Zero, but let's face it, I love a good classic Coke. Okay, but I have to have the cute little white, red and white stripe straw because it's going with my vibe here. So I'm just gonna take a little red, just add those here. Cute. Okay, so I got my Coke, and then now it's time to do my little bandana. So I'm gonna take my tween, and I'm gonna start by taking the white, and I'm gonna do like some like little stripes, because of course I've got an American flag one. So I'm just going like this around it, wiping it off, grabbing some red. So here's my little stripe one here. So now you need to start really thinking about like what are you gonna write on the back of your hat. Okay, wipe it off, and then I'm gonna do my blue. I barely have any blue left. So when I do the knot, I'm gonna push it like this, and I'm gonna bring it out like that, and I'm gonna bring it out like that. I might need a little bit more blue. And then when I do my knot, I take the blue and I corner just a little bit of white. And I'm just gonna do a little letter C. Hook it. And you're like, yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna grab a little bit more white. And it's like, of course, mine has the little white dots dots on it just like that. But sometimes you just kind of need to add like a little bit more shading. So I'm going to take my tween with a little chocolate. I'm just going to kind of go under here. I feel like my hand's shaking a little bit. Maybe I should go like this. If you feel like you are a shaker, like you're like, I can't do this because my hand shakes, you know what? Just embrace it and have your whole painting have that cute kind of impressionistic flair, because I actually have a central tremor myself, and sometimes I shake. But sometimes like the faster you go, the better. Okay, I'm actually gonna grab my baby brush because I'm not happy with that. I'm gonna take a little bit of black. I'm just gonna go underneath this. Let's just use some outlining here. There. Okay, so there she is. Okay. I'm feeling like I need to add a little bit more 4th of July flair, because I'm kind of a more is more kind of person. So I'm gonna take this, flat my brush, I'm just kind of gonna go like this, like that. And I'm gonna add some little 4th of July decorations. So I'm gonna take my tween, corn a little white, and I'm gonna do some like little tassels. It's like, oh my gosh, that's so cute, you're having a party. Because normally, I mean, I wish I could do it nighttime because then I could put fireworks back here, but I'm obviously not gonna be in my bathing suit like this at nighttime. And then let's grab some white on here. Let's do some white ones. That was a lot of paint that I just grabbed. Let's take that, bring it down. Take that, bring it down. I'm gonna grab some blue, which of course I'm almost out of. It's almost more like, has a little turquoise in it, but that's okay. That's okay, you get what it is. And I'm gonna grab my baby. I always feel like I need to add a little highlight. So I just do like a little backward C. Just grab a little backward C on there. Those little highlights here and there are really kind of what pull your painting together. It's really important. Okay, so now's the time. What are we gonna write? I'm gonna go ahead and put, should I do Happy 4th or Firecracker? I don't know. I think I might just do, I'm gonna keep it classic and do Happy 4th of July. So I'm gonna do it in red. And I like to do it in the cursive. I mean, I know, just make sure you always take your brush and you zhuzhi and you twist it to a point. So I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna put happy, and I'm barely touching the canvas. Barely touching the canvas. An A. Let's see here. P, happy. Ooh, if you wanna get crazy, you can add like a blue 4th, but I'm gonna keep it classic, but you can kind of mix up your colors. Make sure you put the little TH here. Happy 4th of, do cursive J. I'll keep it all cursive here. Because you want your spacing to make sure it all lines up here. And just know, like, if you ever make a mistake, you can either wait for it to dry and fix it, or you can wipe it off right away with a little water and a Happy 4th of July. Woohoo! Okay, so the most important thing is signing your name. And so I'm gonna pretend like I'm gonna sign my name right there in the sand. It's like I've taken a stick and I'm like, Timree. And of course my last name's gold, so put a little gold paint. Thanks so much. If you like this painting and want to see more beachy paintings like it, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment below. Check out Timree.com with everything I do. Happy 4th of July!